It started at the opening round of the season in Adelaide.
He's got Walsh up the inside. Gives it all the way through, and they're both off the road. I can't believe they both damaged their cars.
And has continued onto the last round in Townsville.
He's going to have a go. He unloads him right in front of the checkered flag.
Cam Waters is out of the title fight and can now throw caution to the wind, while Ash Walsh has a slim lead in the championship and has absolutely everything to lose. The action is just about to heat up when the Dunlop Series hits the track in Queensland.
Hi everyone and welcome to Queensland Raceway. It's a critical round this weekend, round 5 of the Dunlop Series for V8 Supercars. This pit lane is all abuzz at the moment about the next round, an endurance race at Bathurst, 250 kilometres on the Saturday at the Super Cheap Auto Bathurst 1000. Right now though, it's all about this weekend here in Ipswich, and it's all about series leader Ash Walsh. He's a hometown driver. This is his test track and he is from Ipswich, although in the past the local teams have not performed well here. He's in a title fight too, small margin back to Paul Dumbrell. Reverse grid races in play here this weekend. It's a critical time in the Dunlop Series as we get started for round 5.
He may be leading the championship, but Ash Walsh is grinding it out the hard way. His dramatic tangle with Cameron Waters in the last round at Townsville cutting into his points lead. Waters concedes his actions on the final turn were unfortunate, but says no apology is necessary.
It was just a racing incident, I think. Like, I look back on it and the whole last lap, Ash was having a few braking issues. He was locking rears. And then going into the last lap, last corner, I didn't really expect to have or be able to do the pass, and he braked really early and kind of caught me off guard, and the closing speed was way too great. So it was either run up the back of him or put my car where his wasn't, and I did that, but it was all kind of too late.
Although Queensland Raceway is the home track for the series leader, Walsh has never gone well here, and last year it proved costly to his championship aspirations.
Last year was really bad, you know. Last year at QR, we were still in it points-wise, and then I had that torrid last race where it rained and we were on slick tyres, and then come together with Taz Douglas. So obviously it's not been one of those strong races for us. I'm looking forward to trying to make it one. There's only 2 rounds after this, so QR is going to be a very crucial one for us.
Second in the championship, Paul Dumbrell is simply focused on producing fast lap times to be in the perfect frame of mind ahead of the endurance races.
But it's just about consistency. If I can just obviously come into this weekend, be really consistent, absolutely no mistakes, that's what it's all about. That's what this whole year was all about, just to make sure, you know, my muscle memory, you know, feeling strong, feeling confident, just going out and, you know, being able to just bang together, you know, 40 to 50 laps, you know, within a tenth or two apart to really obviously support Jamie in the Enduros.
Stephen Johnson is also preparing for the Pertec Endurance Cup and found it a balancing act on his Dunlop Series debut in Townsville, juggling racing and his management role with Dick Johnson Racing.
It was a pretty busy weekend for me. I was pretty tired at the end, but you know, really stoked to get back in a car and do some laps at you know, one of the racetracks that I really like doing and racing at, which was Townsville. So here at our home track this weekend, you know, I'm really looking forward to it.
The last round at Townsville produced a new race and round winner in Chris Pither, who now moves to 4th in the championship. He's hopeful his efforts will lead to a last-minute call-up as a co-driver for the endurance races.
Yeah, definitely. I think it probably going to come at a bit of time. I don't have an enduro drive locked away yet. There's a couple still available, and obviously the win and race win and the round win there I would think would help my chances and show that I'm a contender to run in the Enduros again like I had done the last couple of years.
Other drivers who have secured last-minute endurance call-ups and are gridding up this weekend include Russell Ingall's co-driver Tim Blanchard and Dragon Motor Racing wildcard entry Christian Lindbaum.
So time to check out the points in the Dunlop Series, and Ash Walsh just edging clear of Paul Dumbrell, but it's still very close. Chris Pither steps up to 4th after his recent form in Townsville, and it's probably not indicative of the speed of this guy, Cameron Waters, to be in 6th because, look, he's just so quick. Once again, pole position and some money coming his way thanks to Armour All $500 in his pocket for the NZ FPR team. But can he get it together on race day? Because we're going to find out on the other side of this commercial break as we get set to unleash the Dunlop Series here at Queensland Raceway. We've got 2 races coming away after this.
Well, we've got a lot going on here at Queensland Raceway today, and to call all the action, we've got Aaron Noonan with Greg Murphy.
Thanks, Neil. It's race 1 of 2 for the weekend, and there's been a bit going on. Cameron Waters has taken Armour All pole position for Ford Performance Racing. It's his 4th pole of the season, only by 1/100th of a second over Paul Dumbrell. Originally, Ash Walsh qualified 4th, the points leader, Greg, but he is not starting from 4th. He's been relegated to the rear, excluded from qualifying. He missed the weigh scale, so this could change the championship right here, right now.
And here we see him lining up the last car in the queue, just coming up to form up now. Ash Walsh
takes his spot. He starts 30th. How many can he get by? Remember, tomorrow we reverse the top 10. He'd love to get to the 10. He's got 29 laps. Waters versus Dumbrell. Chris Pither, last round winner, starts from 3rd. Stephen Johnson back in the category this weekend. He starts from 4th, but Dumbrell has made the jump to turn 1. He is the clear leader before he even needs to think about hitting the brake. Pither is 3rd, then it's Johnson. Andre Heimgartner in the Finance Easy car. On the outside of him in the white Ford was Tim Blanchard, back in the category this weekend, but Dumbrell's got it clear. Look at this, Blanchard and Heimgartner, they're teammates, and they've come together already.
Yeah, that was a big mistake. Look, a bit of a rut. You can see the damage there. Heimgartner, I think, has got a puncture, which he may have got through turn 1, got to turn 2, and he's gone straight on. So definitely damage there. Pither, a huge start down the outside of Cam Waters into 3 on the first lap. Waters trying to move him over. He's still got the overlap. He's going to have the inside Pither for turn 4. He does have it. Waters will look to do the crossover. Doesn't get it done. Pither, good job.
But it's a Chris over because it's Chris Pither.
Thanks, mate.
He's come on strong lately. Chris Pither, the former V8 Utes champ. He won a race and the round at Townsville last time out. He's really growing in confidence with this Brad Jones Racing team. This is massive. Matt Hansen facing the wrong way. There's a car damaged in the middle of that.
Exit of turn 4. There's been a lot of cars involved in that. We saw this. Ash Walsh, he's made it
through. Christian Limbom back in the category this weekend for the Dragon team. This is one of the ex-Gary Rogers cars, and it's got the left front hanging off it. Jeff Emery has got the right front hanging off his car. That's Walsh going by. In a lap, he's gone to 18th from 30th on the grid and missed all of this drama.
And managed to stay out of trouble, which is what he needed to do. Massive damage there to the R&J Batteries entry of Jeff Emery. That's not going to go much further. But there must have been 6 or 7 cars involved in that one, Noons.
Well, Matt Hansen was one of them. Christian Limbom, definitely. Mechanical black flag has just been given for Jeff Emery. I think he will pit anyway. It's got 3 wheels hanging left. One that shouldn't be how it is. Safety car will be called because there's been so much going on out there at the moment. Limbom's pulled up on the exit of turn 5. Here's what happened on that first lap. Heimgartner down the inside of Blanchard, a little bit of a bump, and it's damaged both cars and sent them off the road.
Yeah, he got in there and they just touched the wrong angle. It's damaged the steering or given a puncture to Heimgartner. Blanchard has to make his slow way through the gravel trap.
This will tell us some more about what went on a bit further around.
Oh, Emery.
Now, I think Lindbom's lost it on the curb, hit Emery, and also got Hansen, who was trying to get by.
Yeah, Emery was the innocent party there. We got a bit of a fire out in the
hot grass. Yeah, Christian Limbom's pulled up. Hot exhaust has ignited the grass. He has bailed. And we'll get the fireys out there very shortly to put that out. Paul Dumbrell leads. Safety car in the Dunlop Series. Green means go, and that's what we've got. Dunlop Series is back to racing conditions, and Paul Dumbrell has made the best jump. Cam Waters, though, locks up and hits Chris Pither. Turns the Icebreak Coffee Commodore around. Stephen Johnson launches sideways. It's unbelievable carnage here. And the exit of turn 4.
Broken out there, Noons, as well, and Chris Pither's car. Straight away, some fire broke out. That was a real mess, obviously.
And that's gutting because he was having a solid run. Oh, now it's caught fire. He needs to get told about this.
He needs to pull that up real fast. That's a fuel fire. So I think he's had a fuel line or something
rip off the car into contact.
Rip off the car there. We got another fire on the grass, obviously, as you can see. But what a really sad situation of events there. Cam Waters didn't really know what to do. He sort of went in there, and then Chris Pither gave him a bit of room, and then they couldn't make up their minds what to do, and it's ended really badly.
Safety car out, Greg.
Safety car, there's 2 incidents, one at the flag point.
Now that's, again, Cam Waters involved in another incident. He had a contact with Ash Walsh on the last corner of the Saturday race in Townsville. I saw Chris Pither earlier in the day. He was riding the way from Townsville and he qualified the best he's ever qualified. He looks like he wants to go and grab Cam Waters by the throat and rip it out.
Here we go. So he's got Cam's locked up.
He's just made a blue.
He has made a pretty...
And Johnson tries to avoid, clips Waters. Aaron Russell gets through it all and gets to second.
That was a bad mistake, a bad decision there by Cam. Obviously quite desperate to make the most of the restart. Here we go again. He was just too far back.
No.
Pither was starting to turn into the corner.
He's not in front. He's locked up as well.
Oh, that's... I mean, and
he's
the worst possible moment, he's lost control.
Yeah, correct.
With that inside front locking.
So out of all this, Ash Walsh is 10th. And it's a reverse top 10 tomorrow. He could get to the front row at this rate. Not how he would want to do it. All the championship contenders have got drama here. Heimgartner, who was third in the points, out. Walsh fighting back. Dumbrell sitting pretty up in front. Pither smashed. Waters smashed. This is crazy. Unbelievable stuff. And this was going on a bit further down, turn 6. This Cam Waters limping back. Jim Pollicina punting Michael Hector. As Waters has limped into the pit lane. He's made it in. Michael Hector made it into the wall. It's chaos, it's carnage, it's crazy. We'll draw a breath. We'll try to get it going again when we come back. The Dunlop Series, Dumbrell leads. You're watching round 5 of the 2014 Dunlop Series for V8 Supercars. Paul Dumbrell will lead us back to the control line. Aaron Russell sits second. Now, he had a bad round in Townsville. They've repaired this car. It's been up to Paul Morris's workshop. It's lived up there for the last month or two. This is a little Newcastle-based team that is right on the hammer of the former series champ, the Bathurst winner. One of the biggest teams in the Dunlop Series with an ex-888 car. They've got an old Stephen Johnson Jim Beam Ford, and he's currently second. He's within reach of a win. I don't think he's going to have the pace to go with Dumbrell here, but he's on target for his best ever result.
Well, he just needs to put his head down, follow Dumbrell, look at him, don't look in the mirrors, don't look what's going on behind, and do what he knows he can do, and that's drive this car. So, however, I don't think he would have thought at the start of this race he was going to find himself in second position. Andrew Jones behind him, obviously a massive amount of experience. Gary Jacobson doing a good job. He's managed to thread his way through the carnage as well. He's in fourth. But for some reason, I don't think it's quite over yet. Ash Walsh there has benefited a massive amount. He moves into 9th position.
And post-race, the investigation will be held for that collision between Waters and Pither. They're going to look at it after this one's completed. Walsh is through. That's Macaulay Jones in car 12, Brad's son, second weekend in the Dunlop Series. He'll do the rest of 2014, so it's great to have another part of the Jones family. His cousin Andrew runs third at the moment. And for a young guy out of Formula Ford, he works in the BJR workshop. He's done a nice job, and he's done what he needed to do, just stay out of trouble. And we saw earlier on there are others who can't do that.
Absolutely, he'll be learning a lot and doing a really nice job up there. It's a tricky thing to step into one of these cars with not a lot of experience in tin tops. He's had an immense amount of experience in other formulas. Did the Toyota Racing Series in New Zealand earlier this year, which gave him a huge amount of experience. And it's good to see him in here. Bit of a replay from turn 2.
That's Aaron Tebb
doing a nice little 360 at the exit of the corner. Paul Dumbrell, our leader. Aaron Russell still doing a very good job there in second spot. A good opportunity here for him to gain a great finishing position. Ash Walsh, he's charging through the field. This has worked in his favour. He is in 7th position now. I bet he cannot believe what has happened in front of him.
It is the highs and lows, isn't it? He qualified 4th. He didn't go to the waste cars. He was excluded and sent to 30th. He was 17th after 2 laps. He was in the 10. Remember, tomorrow, the top 10 finishes from this race are reversed. 10th goes to Pole, Pole goes to 10th. Walsh is now up to position 7. And I did the numbers. You get Paul Dumbrell at the front is 150 points is what he's going to get for finishing there. He was 47 down on Ash Walsh coming in. Walsh could just about get himself line ball if he can get another spot or 2. At the moment, he'd be 7 down on Dumbrell. And he's got the pace here to get Ant Pedersen in front, to get Jack LeBrock. We've got 13 and a half minutes now, a time-certain finish. He's got time to get this back to line ball or even have a little margin before tomorrow.
Stevie Johnson, you were really counting on these laps at these weekends in the Dunlop Series to get those crucial time in the car before the endurance part of V8 Supercars, and this is not the way you wanted to be sitting in these weekends.
No, that's true. You know, we come out here and we've worked pretty hard since Townsville to get the car right. The car was fast this weekend, and you know, I mean, I've seen Cam Waters do that week in and week out, that sort of move, or crash into someone, or I don't know. He obviously can't put a price on common sense and actually learning from your mistakes, because he seems to do it a lot. And you know, it was just a ridiculous move, way too late. Didn't even get up to his rear wheel to start with, and you know, the guy's got to learn. He might be fast, but to finish first you must finish.
There seems to be a lot of damage on the car. Do you think you'll be able to get it repaired for tomorrow?
Yeah, I hope so. Matty Stone and the boys have got you know, quite a few spares. Obviously, they run 4 cars, so you know, let's hope they can put a right front corner in it, get it wheel aligned, and charge for him to come back tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll catch Cam tomorrow.
Thanks, Stevie. Save that voice for tomorrow as well.
Yeah, thanks.
Oh, well, we'll wait and see what unfolds tomorrow when Stephen Johnson gets back on the road and see if he gets anywhere near that NZ Ford. Ash Walsh is moving forward. He's got a move going on Ant Pedersen. He's trying to grab 6th and hang on to the lead in the Dunlop Series. Paul Dumbrell leads, 16 laps in the books. Back in Queensland, Brett Hobson has stopped the Pacific Hoist's Commodore. He's replaced the Swede Frederick Lestrup this weekend, and that is bringing out the safety car. It's just been called. We've got a time-certain finish, 8 minutes on the clock, but this ex-Gary Rogers Motorsport car has stopped. That it's the exit, or entry, I should say, of turn 4 as the leader. Paul Dumbrell slides on by, but that Commodore has come to a standstill. It's got some pretty warm brakes from 18 laps of running, and this will be yet another appearance of the safety car, which we thought this year, the races being longer, more time to sort themselves out, we'd get less safety cars, but this is one that has seen this car stop, and that's why we now have to slow it all down. So Paul Dumbrell's 4.5 second margin is erased to 0. We're going to get a restart in the Dunlop Series. This will be a sprint to the flag. Green flag is out. We should get a lap or 2 in here. Dumbrell leads. Aaron Russell sits in 2nd spot. This little privateer team from Newcastle. He's never run this far up the field. He stayed out of trouble, and he's going up against Paul Dumbrell, Bathurst winner, Sandown 500 winner, Dunlop Series champion, much newer car. But just to be this close, this is like a win for him.
As I said, I hope that he just follows Dumbrell, keeps his eyes on the back of that Commodore, doesn't look in the mirrors. He's got a good lead over Andrew Jones. Walsh looking down the inside of Pedersen. Is he going to get it done this time? I think he might just get it done. He's got enough overlap. He's going to move ahead, so he's gained a couple of more points here, and we may get one more lap after this one, which might give him the chance to get another position.
We should remind you, coming into this race, Walsh led by 47 points. From the back of the grid, he's fought his way through. Dumbrell in front will get 150 for the win. Walsh in 6th, 102. The difference is 48, so Dumbrell would be 1 up going into tomorrow's 2nd race, but there's still a lap to go. This will be the last lap. There's time for Walsh to get by Jack LeBrock and grab 5th.
He's just got to be patient, wait for the right opportunity. He's clearly got a faster car. LeBrock's not going to give this away, though. It's important to him as well. Walsh is going to have to use the head on that shoulders. He's been doing it all year. Oh, he's looked up the inside. He's got LeBrock. A clean move into 2. Clearly, that infant's friend Ford working really well. So that puts him into 5th position. And that extra points, he's going to retain the lead in the championship.
That's pretty much then line ball for 1 race tomorrow, 1 big race at Bathurst, and 2 more at Sydney Olympic Park. So the weighting of the points is pretty big. You make a mistake at this end of the championship, it will cost you much, much more than it ever has in the Dunlop Series.
It hasn't been easy for him. He's had to fight for this one all the way through. Lots going on, as you said. Had that incident at Townsville with Cam Waters, who's made that another mistake today. He didn't get off the line from pole position, and that has just led to a catastrophe for him in the rest of the race. He made that move on Chris Pither. Unfortunately, it didn't come off, and he's down the back of the field.
So Paul Dumbrell will pick up the pieces, drive away from the ball. He wins his 3rd race of the season in the Dunlop Series, and he's right in the game. And you know what? He broke the lap record on the last lap across the line, a 1:10.92. That's just underlining and bolding the sort of result that he's had there. We have got a championship. It's on. Walsh and Dumbrell, neck and neck. There's now a point in it between them.
Paul Dumbrell brings it home after 3 safety cars, 1.9 seconds. Andrew Jones, third. Aaron Russell, what a great result for him. They're really happy for him. Gary Jacobs and Ash Walsh, there he is in 5th. Started off the back. Jack LeBrock.
Tomorrow, Murph, you know what we do? We flip it round. Reverse top 10. So Morgan Haber goes to pole. Paul Umbrell goes to 10th. I hope we've got some cars left. We tore a few up today in the Dunlop Series. The action's just heating up. Make sure you stick around.